ba 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 ba. Well, that was terribly exciting, wasn't it? Welcome to the first ever episode of My Drunken Selenium, a series of podcasts, or screencasts, or things with the word cast in it, to describe just how easy it is to use Selenium. I'm going to do this by drinking several bottles of beer and then doing a screencast. Seems like a good idea. So, what is Selenium? Good question. And I haven't got a browser open. Let's open a browser. So Selenium is a browser automation framework found at selenium.googlecode.com. What is a browser automation framework? It's a framework for automating browsers. I'm glad you asked that question. My name is Simon Stewart. I am one of the contributors on the project. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the latest, greatest version that's available right now. And if you're following along at home, you'll also need to do this. So download that. While it's downloading, quietly in the background, cd to your source directory. I am already there, as you can see. My Drunken Selenium. Create a directory for that. Now, I do a lot of my software development in Java, so that's what we're going to be using. Java projects typically have a library directory, a source directory, and one of my colleagues is I'm recording a screencast about how easy it is to program while you've been drinking.
Well, in about 10 minutes, you'll have no network access or anything else.
Okay, so I'm going to finish really fast.
Okay.
Okay, so in 10 minutes, my network is going to go. How terribly exciting. The program in Java, library, source directory, normally there's some sort of test directory, but we're not going to do that. And time is deeply constrained. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you what we'll do. I'll go to google.co.uk. Here we are, homepage, google.co.uk. We're going to search for the word cheese. That instant stuff that is available now is on. So we search instantly for cheese. We don't need to hit anything. We wait, and then cheese.com appears. Good. So the download is finished. So from the downloads, I'm going to grab the Selenium server and we're going to stick it in the lib directory. Brilliant, job done. We're going to jump to IntelliJ. We're going to ignore the plugin errors and let it initialize, and we will set up a new project. My Drunken Selenium. Last time I tried to do this, I triped? Triped isn't a word. Oh, heavens above. There we go. Next. Yeah, finish. So click through. Do its stuff. Go to the module settings, and what we're going to do, add as a dependency. No modules to add. Good, excellent. Add as a dependency the jar that we just downloaded. So this contains everything you need. It's got JUnit, it's got Selenium, it's got all its dependencies like HTTP, unit, and whatnot. Click on OK. Good, excellent. I'm glad. I have no idea why it's doing that. Expand that. Expand that. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a new package. We found at selenium.googlecode.com. So com.googlecode, Google code Selenium, and we're going to call it My Drunken Selenium. Brilliant. And now we're going to create a class. All classes cheese test, because all test classes end with the word test. Delete the gumph we don't care about. Yeah, I want to test. I definitely want to use JUnit. Public void search for cheese. So the Selenium WebDriver interfaces are split into two. There's a web element, which represents an element on a page, and there's WebDriver. So what we want to do is we want a new WebDriver. Always, always, always called WebDriver. Don't listen to anyone who calls it anything else. Several implementations. I think Firefox is the best one to go for. New Firefox driver. Cool. So we've got our driver instance, and what we want to do, we want to get, after the verb, http google.co.uk. Excellent. So if you do go to google.co.uk, which I suggest you do, please, and click on some ads, you'll find something like this. With a search box, and the search box has a name of Q. So why don't we driver find element by the name of Q. Yeah, good. And we're going to call that search box. What we're going to do, we're going to, in the search box, we're going to send some keyboard input towards that search box, and we're going to search for the word cheese, or in that particular case, cheese. What we want to do, we want to wait until like the text is present and the text we want is cheese.com. And if I hadn't typed that, in the ideal world that would be some sort of web element, yeah, which would be a link, and then like we'd click on the link and that would take us to cheese.com. Well, there's a couple of things missing here. The first thing is the wait. Fortunately, WebDriver, because you know you're doing that Google instant, but it calls itself instant, but it's not instant. It takes some time. We've got a WebDriver wait class tucked away here. It takes a driver instance, and it takes a timeout in seconds. 30 seconds, I think, should be enough. And we will assign that to a new variable, where it's a wait of type WebDriver wait. There we go. Excellent. Text is present. We'll create that method. And we could do this function thing, but that would be really long. WebDriver has a convenient thing called expected condition of type web element, because we want to return that ultimately. Text. Return new drink. I don't know them. I have no idea where this nullable thing comes from. Let's delete it. If you do, no one calls it WebDriver, everyone calls it driver, thank you. This driver here is different from that driver there, but so what we want to do okay, so you've got all these things for cheese. These look like links. Expect element. It appears to be filled with the crazy. So it's filled with the crazy, but I just care that it's got cheese.com. Yeah. So what we're going to do, we'll use the driver we've been given to find all the elements by the tag name, A for link, all links, fine, not fine, pedant enemy says not fine, there we go, all links, and what we'll do, we'll iterate over all the links, and if the, if link, get text, so if the text of the link contains whatever we've been given, text, then we'll return the link. No, the link. And if we exit the loop, we'll return nothing. So the way the wait works is it wants a drink. It waits until either something is returned that isn't Boolean false, or Boolean false or Boolean null, and if it's neither of those, it returns something. We're getting a complaint about the word text because it's not final. We'll make it final. Cool. And we'll add a semicolon. Cool. So what we've got here, I'm just going to quit Safari. Yeah, quit. Organize these. Yep. Brilliant. So we've got a really basic thing that says, let's put a white space in. Go to google.co.uk, search, find the thing, search for cheese, click on the link that says cheese. Brilliant. So I'm going to hide everything else. I'm going to run this test, and I'm going to attempt to hide this. It's not going to do it. I'm going to run. I'm going to wait for Firefox to appear. Oh yeah. Cheese. There we go. Cheese. Click it, baby. There it is. So we've gone to cheese.com. and our test has passed. That's how easy it is to use Selenium WebDriver. I'm going to open another drink, and I will see you on a later My Drunken Selenium. Thank you very much for listening. Toodle pip.